So Brad, the last and final segment that we address in offerings when we build an offering is the salesperson segment. To me, it's the coolest part because I think deep down, everybody wants to be a salesman. Everybody wants to create the marketing thing that creates the money. But what we do some pretty cool stuff in this segment is, so we really tear up that unique selling proposition. We break it down into different segments, and I won't have time to go into all the segments. But the important thing is to have the salesman geared up and ready to go when he gets there, to ask prompting questions, to try to be ready for usage scenarios. For instance, this is how you could use this offering to solve your need, to solve your problem, and create what we call ready-made messaging. Now, scripting is an ugly word in the sales vocabulary, and but prompting and ready-made messaging is very powerful and it's very important. But everybody has their different style and what they need to do. However, when ultimately the conversation comes to an offering, what we hope to do is to have, for all-inclusive printing, for instance, when the conversation goes there, we want the salesperson not to have to be a subject matter expert. We want the salesperson to be geared up, prepared, having his arsenal, the stuff he needs to talk intelligently about that.
Yeah, I think it's so important for, because if we put ourselves into any situation where we are the consumer, right? I mean, when that person that's asking you the questions, when they're asking appropriate questions and when they're asking questions that apply to what you're going through, I mean, it makes you feel like, wow, this guy actually at least understands where we're going and what I'm struggling with and working through. And so it's no different whether you're talking about a suit or, a car or a technology solution,
Absolutely, and those questions, if they're specific, and as human beings, if we can see it taking us somewhere, are worth it, and we will answer them. However, if we're asking about a specific thing and the question's way over there, very generic, we start losing interest. We're like, oh, I'm in the process.
And not only that, the customer starts losing, losing credibility with the customer.
Exactly,
yeah,
and that's what we're trying to avoid. So we want to talk about selling points. We want to talk about the target market with the customer or with the sales rep. We don't really specifically tell you this is exactly the way to go do it because everybody has a different style. So the benefits, and we talked about ready-made messaging. What is the role? For instance, in active infrastructure management, a salesman's role is to, hey, you may need to schedule the time we do the audit. You may need, which may be a different role in a different offering. So we discuss and try to plan out all of that. There's also post-sale responsibilities for sales folks. I mean, the deal's not over, and all the sales folks know that until it's over. So per offering, we try to discuss the post-sales responsibility for the sales reps. So in general, those are the three segments that go into an offering. And there's tons of stuff, and there'll be a whole bunch of stuff on the website about it. But thank you very much for joining.